fabulous.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. Your girl Dumebi Lea. If you're an old subscriber, you know how we do it, and if this is your first time stumbling on my channel, you're welcome. It would be so awesome if you guys join my family by hitting that subscribe button right below this video and the notification bell right beside it. That way you get notified by YouTube whenever I drop new videos. I drop new videos twice a week most of the time, Tuesdays and Fridays, and when I can't meet up with doing that twice a week, I drop videos every Friday. So today's video is a dramatic, creative kind of look. It is a Rubik's Cube inspired makeup look. That was the Rubik's Cube I showed you guys in the intro. Yeah, so my little cousin used to play with that, so I just thought, what if I do something with this, like makeup wise? So it just like sparked up that creativity in me. I don't know if this can be one for Halloween or whatever, but I felt like this was something I need to show you guys. So the first thing that I did was to prime my face, because the face makeup is where the drama is. Then you guys can see that I went right into my eyes. I primed my eyes using my LA Girl medium beige concealer, as I always do. I'm going to be listing out everything used in the description box. So now I used the Glitz and Glam eyeshadow palette. It's a Nigerian palette, and I think it's a dupe for the Morphe 35B palette, because the colors and arrangement are kind of similar, but this palette is so pigmented and I really love it. So you guys can see that the colors I placed in my crease are colors that are found on the Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube is extremely colorful, so this look is extremely colorful. So you can see the outer corner I have dark blue, then in the middle I have orange, and at the inner corner I have like a green or a lemon or a mint color there. So I cut my crease, and then I'm just going to be placing white, a white matte shadow. I'm using all matte shadows today, guys, so that's what I'm doing right now. So now I'm just cleaning off the eyeshadow fallout. That's something I actually like about this eyeshadow. It doesn't really have a lot of fallout, even though it's so pigmented. So now for my liner, I'm going into a lipstick. That particular one is from Beyond Beauty. It's one of their best shades of red that I love. Alright, one of the shades of red that fits me best, let me put it that way. Then in the inner corner, I'm using another lipstick from avour Cosmetics. I just got to find out recently that avour Cosmetics is a Nigerian brand. Like, I did not know until I saw it on Instagram and I saw the address that it was in Nigeria. I was like, wow, okay, Nigerian brands are really stepping up. So now I use them to line my eyes. If you do not have colored lipsticks like that, you can always mix some of your eyeshadow. You can, even if you have like an eyeshadow palette, you can just scratch up some of the color you want to use from the palette and mix it with a bit of Duraline or makeup seal. That way it will become like a liquid or a gel, like a liquid form basically, that you can use as a liner. So that's a trick if you do not have colored lipstick to line your eyes. So now I'm going into my sellotape. At this point, I know, guys, people are like, what is she doing? This is not tape face makeup. This is actually me trying to get ready to do the face makeup, and like mapping out the areas where I want to draw the Rubik's Cube patterns. So by using sellotape, it prevents the makeup from getting into those specific areas where I want to draw the pattern, because if makeup gets in there and then I now try to draw the pattern on top of that, it's going to get really messy and the colors are not going to pop. So because I've already primed my face, I just went straight into foundation, and the foundation that I'm using is from Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 360. So I'm just applying that. You guys can see that I'm not using the regular foundation buffing brush. I'm using this one with a tapered pointy tip, because that way I can direct the foundation exactly where I need it, because I have sellotape around my face. So I need the tip to be pointy so I can like get the foundation into those areas that are really thin and, you know, like those corners. So that's what I'm doing. I'm applying it everywhere except where there is sellotape, because the sellotape areas, as I said earlier, is where I want to do the Rubik's Cube patterns on my face. So I'm just applying this foundation with tapping motions, and look, you guys, like, this foundation is just like my perfect shade. It's like skin. I don't know if you guys can see. It doesn't even look like I applied anything. It's my exact skin tone, my exact undertone at this point. You know, like, it looks so nice. So now I'm going into my twok London foundation. I was given this one to review a while ago as a PR package, which I did, and really I love this foundation, guys. So now I'm using that one, like, I'm highlighting with it. You guys, I already told you people that sometimes I highlight with foundation. It's not anything new, you know. So I'm using this to highlight my face, and you guys can see I'm highlighting the part I normally would highlight if there was no tape on my face, but I'm avoiding the areas with tape. So now to set my highlighted areas, I'm just going into my powder palette. That particular one is from LA Pride, and I'm just using that same brush to just set the areas that I highlighted, and I'm going into that brow area to really blend it out so that there's no sharp line of demarcation between the inner corner eyeshadow and the, you know, rest of my skin. So I'm just really tapping on the powder to set those areas. Now for powder for the rest of my face, I'm going into my Glams powder, and this one is in the shade Chocolate 212. It's one of their darkest shade, and I think they have something darker than this actually, but you see this shade is really, like, I love the fact that Glams has really dark shades. It will amaze you guys how hard it is for me to find my shade of foundation and powder, and I am dark skinned living in Africa. Like, that one is a rant for another day. I'm going to tell you guys about that one another day. So now I'm taking off the tape, and you guys can see that those areas were really like, there's no product on those areas, which is what I wanted. So I had to like dry the sweat off so that I could now go right into applying my benign crown white. It's so creamy, so it was really easy. You guys can see I'm using a pointy brush that the end is a bit like tapered and sharp. That way it could give me that perfect line, so I didn't even have to go back to clean up the line to make it neat. It was like neat right from the beginning. Just made my life so easy. So now I'm applying the benign climber. Can you guys see how excited I am? Because I'm like, this thing is applying like a dream. I didn't like, this is, I just did this thing right off my head. I didn't know it was going to work. This was just me being extremely creative, putting this tip on my face. I've never seen it being done before. I just did this, and I was so impressed and happy about how it turned out. So now to give those like boxes that the Rubik's Cube has, like to create segments, or what is the word? So I'm just going into a gel liner and taking a straight brush, like something that I'd normally use to clean up my brow, something straight, and I'm just using that to create those lines, and then like sectioning it off in the middle to create the boxes like we have in the Rubik's Cube. So I'll do this all over the different lines that I made with the benign crown white. Now I'm using a white base because after this, any color that I place is going to pop. So now I'm going into my Kuddy Cosmetics 12 color flash palette, and this is like a creamy kind of colored eyeshadow. It's not colored eyeshadow, colored flash palette. I don't know what to call it, but it's creamy. It doesn't dry completely matte. It just, neither does it look oily. It just ends up giving like this satiny kind of finish, and you guys can see what I'm doing. And at this point, your girl was so hyped. You can see me dancing because I'm like, hey, this look is on point. I was so happy with how it was turning out. So you can see that what I did is I pick a particular color from the palette that I believe is on the Rubik's Cube. Like, I started with yellow, then I spread it around different parts, then I went into blue, I also spread it around. Now I'm doing red. Like, I just picked out the colors that I felt were on the Rubik's Cube, and I just scattered them all around. Like, you know, when you're playing with the Rubik's Cube, everything gets mixed up, the colors are mixed up. That's what I was trying to achieve here. So now after applying all the colors, I had to go back with my gel liner to like, you know, make the line, because some of the lines, a lot of the lines were already out, so I had to go back to reapply to make the lines pop a little bit more. I'm going to outline each of the Rubik's Cube patterns by just using the gel liner at the outer part, just to line them so that they look more defined. Yeah, I had to say that I didn't have to set this with powder. I just used the flash palette and that was it. I did not set it with any powdered eyeshadow or whatever. Like, the way those colors are looking on my face is exactly from the flash palette. So now for glow, I'm just going to be taking the Blossom Cosmetics glow, and it's loose glow pigment. So I'm just doing my forehead and then the beginning of the bridge of my nose. So now for lipstick, I'm going into that black lipstick. So now the next thing that I did was to take the yellow from the flash palette to put in the inner part of my lips to make it like ombre. Then I went into the white to place it further like in the inner part, and I just blended it out a bit so that it could be a transition from white to yellow then to black. By the time the black and the yellow mix at the tips, it was looking somehow greenish, which I like, because green is another color that's on the Rubik's Cube. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. Please do not leave without subscribing. Please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys want to see more creative looks like this. Comment below what you think, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.